Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news that's impressive out of North America. First up today, the Americans have delivered a stellar third quarter GDP expansion, far higher than the optimistic forecasts and far higher than the very good second quarter expansion of 2.1%. In the third quarter, the giant American economy grew 4.9% according to their advance estimate. Better, this was built on stronger than expected consumer spending. Their PCE price inflation, an inflation measure that the US Fed takes note of, rose 2.9% from a year ago, with the core measure up just 2.4% and less than expected. And that was just the start of their good news. US durable goods orders rose a startling 6% in September from a year ago, up at a 4.7% rate from the prior month. No one saw this surge coming either. Capital goods orders were hit out of the park, up 16% from the same month a year ago. Also somewhat unexpected and positive was that American pending home sales rose in September from August when analysts were bracing for another fall. But even after that bump, they remain historically weak. Canada said weekly earnings there were up 4.2% from a year ago in August, an unchanged rate from July. Given inflation there is running at 3.8%, workers there are keeping up, even making real gains. In China, international banks are reporting sharply higher provisions and losses for their businesses there. Standard Chartered led these reports. Japanese banks exposed there too are reporting a similar profit hit. American banks are noting similar stress in their Chinese operations. In Europe, the ECB hit the pause button after a series of 10 consecutive rate increases since July 2022. It claims it sees a gradual easing of price pressures. It's also looking at an impending recession. Still, this leaves their policy rate at 4.5%, its highest in 22 years. Its quantitative tightening program that's selling off its bond holdings continues unchanged. Global containerized freight rates fell another 2% last week, taking them down 57% from a year ago. Rates to and from China are the weak links. Rates across the Atlantic actually showed rate increases. Bulk cargo rates topped out over the past week and are now falling. The US Treasury 10-year yield has fallen 10 basis points from this time yesterday, now at 4.85%. And the price of gold will start today at $1,984. That's up $7 from yesterday. Oil prices have ticked back down 50 US cents today to be now just on $83.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $87.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 58.1 US cents and down 10 basis points from this time yesterday after dipping sharply in between. Against the Aussie, we're up marginally to 92.1 Australian cents. Against the euro, we've risen slightly to 55.2 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today slightly firmer at 68.4. Get more news about the New Zealand